guys, welcome back to my channel. So most teachers I know use verbal praise or words of affirmation as a means of positive reinforcement in their classrooms. And while it's definitely a good strategy to use and it works for some students most of the time, it's important to note that verbal praise alone is not enough to motivate all students all of the time. Some students are motivated by access to external factors. Want to know more? Stay tuned, because in this video, I'm discussing the second of the 5 love languages, receiving gifts. People whose love language is receiving gifts feel love when others intentionally give something to that individual that is of value to them, to show them that they know how they like to be loved and they are honoring them with that. Okay? So for example, if I know that you like chocolate candy and I give you chocolate candy for complying with my expectations, you do appreciate the candy because you like it, but you also appreciate me more because I thought enough of you to take the time to give you something that is valuable to you, and ultimately you feel loved and nurtured by me. There are different types of gifts that can be given within a classroom to show that you love and nurture your students. Here are a few to consider, but this is no means the total amount of gifts that there are. You can do edible items like candy, gum, chips. The students can have access to activities such as computer time, extra recess, or extra time in the gym. You can also give classroom rewards like homework passes or exempt from tests or quizzes or extra points on assignments. Please note that these are not the only gifts that can be given to your students. Remember, you will know your students better than I or anyone else. So you use whatever you identify as a gift for them. Remember, it must be of value to them in order for it to be successful. A student gets upset when it's time to transition from an activity that they like and only exhibits appropriate behavior if they can return to that activity. You give them candy or other edible items, and the student gets upset when they do not receive one, but another student does, or they attempt to take that item from another student. When a student acts inappropriately in the classroom and you remind them that they are working for a specific item or activity and they immediately comply with your request. If you have seen some or all of these examples in your classroom, then those students' love language is probably receiving gifts. Students know when we genuinely love and care about them and when we are trying to buy them off so that they are not a problem in our classrooms. When we try to buy students off, we will give them what they desire without actually putting forth any efforts to teach them the appropriate and desired behaviors that we expect in our classrooms. This may look like a student acts inappropriately in an attempt to get access to computer time. And then in that attempt to stop the behavior because we really just don't have time or we don't want to be bothered, we as teachers actually give in and give them access to this desired item because we don't want to handle the behavior. We just want it to be over, okay? This is not the best way to handle inappropriate behavior. Believe it or not, students want and need structure and accountability. Holding them accountable for their behavior and teaching them how to comply with our expectations. And once they comply, we intentionally reward them in the manner that they value. It actually sets the tone for our classroom, and so we can see the behaviors that we desire. Giving the right gift in your classroom will only happen when you have built a rapport with the students and understand who they are and what they like and understand what is valuable to them. Just like words of affirmation does not motivate all students, Giving the students the same gift because you have identified receiving gifts as their love language will not work either. When giving gifts, the gift has to be of value to the student in order for it to be successful. For example, if you have a student that loves basketball and loves to play it in the gym, continuously giving that student access to a piece of candy as a means of reinforcement will only yield minimal results, if any. Okay? However, scheduling time for the student to go to the gym and play basketball for complying with the classroom expectations will yield the long-term results that you desire because the student is receiving access to an item that is of value to them. It shows that student that you know and care enough about them to give them what they need to feel love, not one that someone else needs. Remember, when a student knows that you love them, there is nothing that they will not do for you. If they know that you love them and they know that you have their best interests at heart, there is nothing that they will not do for you. Okay? That's it for receiving gifts. Be blessed. As always, be a blessing. Until next time, class is dismissed.